Hello and welcome to another quick video tutorial with KingTech Coding Clinic once again. And in this video tutorial, we are going to learn how to design this amazing data entry form, okay? Being it for students or for employees or whatever, we're going to be designing this amazing data entry form. Now, the most powerful thing about this data entry form is that we can share the link for this particular form to anybody at all in any part of the world for the person to also submit the data, and we'll have everything collated within the same database. Okay, we try replicating something like that using Microsoft Excel as most of our subscribers requested, and it worked even though we didn't get the exact results as we wish. But this particular one is the best option, that is Google Sheet. Okay, we are going to be using Google Sheet and then app script. However, you don't need any coding experience to be able to do this, right? I'll provide you with all the details. Okay, ChatGPT is going to be generating all the code for us, and then what we are going to be doing is to copy and paste and have everything work for us without any problems, without any stress. Okay, I'll be leaving the link in the video description where you can download all the scripts, all the prompts, and including the template, and you can modify it the way you want to meet your requirement. Now let's see how this system works. Okay, so for now, let's see, we have just two data entered here. So let me try entering another one. Let me see how it's going to work. So let me say 1004 here, and then the name is maybe Alasan Aziz. There we go. Sorry, Aziz. There we go. Then the grade, let's say grade 1. Let's say gender is male. Okay, then just double click inside. You have this calendar here. You choose the date of admission, then remarks. We say maybe admitted. Okay, something like that. So once we are done, another thing we've also captured here is that if you have different users submitting data and you know them, okay, you would have to capture their names here so that when they submit, they include their name so that you know who submits this data. Okay, that is that, and I'll be showing you how to do all that. So I'm going to just click this drop down arrow here and just pick, let's say Obi is the one submitting this data or this record. So once I'm done, just go ahead and click on save, and we have this quick prompt saying new data entered. Okay, so now if we should come back to the data sheet, we have the data submitted here. Perfect. As you can see that we can equally search for record. Okay, let me say I would want to search for 001 record. So I'll just do this and then just click on search. Let's see this. This is what row number found. So you can see the data is poured out here, straightforward. Okay, we can equally update. Let's say we would want to change to not promoted. Let me see, not, okay, let's, instead of promoted, we want to change it to admitted. Okay, admitted. So once we are done, we go ahead and click on update, so we will have the record quickly updated. So now if we should come back for that particular person, you can see that instead of promoted, initially was promoted, but now it's saying admitted. Okay, so basically that is that. Like I said, we can share the link for this particular form to anybody in any part of the world for the person to also submit their data. I've already shared the link to one of my emails, okay, on another PC. So I'm going to switch to that PC and then submit the data for you here to see it live happening. Okay, you can see we have these two uses so far. I've shared it with this person. You can see my name is Abdullah Rashid. This is a different account, so this person is going to be submitting the data from different PC. So now let's come here and let me move to the next PC here. Now I'm submitting the data from here. So let me enter the row number, let's say 1005. Okay, and then the name is Isaac Mensah. There we go. Then the grade, we just go for probably grade 3. Then gender, we just go for male. Date of admission, let me choose this. And then remarks, let's say admitted. Okay, say admitted. Sorry, admitted. There we go. And then who is submitting this data? I'm going to say probably Razak. Okay, so there we go. As you can see in our record here, there is no Razak submitting any data right now. And once we submit data from here, you'll be able to see what's going to happen. Now watch this. Record entered. So now let's check this out. So there you go. You see that the record is submitted from here, and that is from Razak. So we can share it to as many people as you wish. All those you would want them to submit whatever record or whatever details or whatever data you want. You can share the link with them, design your template, design your database, your form, and then share the link with them, and they'll be able to submit the data exactly the way you want it. So we're going to be doing all that in this video tutorial. Now, before we delve right into that, don't forget to smash the like button. Also subscribe to the channel so that with this you can get notified anytime new video tutorials like this are uploaded. So now let's quickly delve right into the development phase. All right, so now welcome back. So we are starting everything from a clean slate. As you can see, we take it from here. So what you need to do is to make sure you have your Gmail account. Okay, you make sure you have a Gmail account, that is that. So once you have, and also have Google Chrome running on your PC, so there you go. So once you have this two, you are good to go. So first of all, when you launch your Chrome, you should see this interface. Probably your interface might be different. At the same time, it's all the same. So you'll be able to see these icons here, or these menu items here, where you'll be able to see your profile picture showing that you are logged into your account with your Google or within your Google Chrome. Okay, so now what you need to do is to click on this menu here to have these options here. So just within this, just scroll and go to Sheet. Okay, that is the sheet because you're using Google Sheet. Just click on that. Perfect. So once you have this open, what you need to do is to go for blank spreadsheet. So you click on this blank spreadsheet. So you have this sheet up and running. So what we are going to do is this sheet is going to be our form. Okay, so what we need to do is to change this one, the name. Just double click on this sheet, double click here, and just change it to what? Input. Okay, input. Okay, because our prompt is using the name for the form or the sheet on which the form is as input. So we make sure we go for the same thing. However, I'll be showing you how you can modify all this. So once we are done with that, what we need to do is just select all this here up to here. Probably even if all the sheet, you can just do that. So what we need to do is to come for the background color here. You choose the background color of your choice. Probably, let's say I would want to go for the same background color as the previous one, something like this. There we go. I think I prefer this one. So once you have this up and running, what we need to do is to get our labels. Okay, so the first label is going to start from based on our prompt we have, it's going to be starting from let's say C5 here. Okay, this is C. So you check here, we have C5 here. So here, let's say we have the row number. So row number, there we go. So as I'm typing, you can't see it, but after typing, let's select this. Let's change the font color to probably, if yellow, in yellow to stand out here. This is okay. So let's quickly format it so that once we just use the paint format, we can just format for the rest with ease. So what I'm going to do is to just click on bold to bold it, then probably increase the font size and also the width of it a bit. Okay, so there we go. So now we skip one cell and come to the next one, and here is going to be the name. Okay, and you're going to take the name here. Don't mind, don't worry with this. Skip the cell and come to the next cell, that is grade colon, and then skip this one, come to the next one. Then we have gender. It depends on the records you would want to take. You can just modify these ones to enter your own details you would want to collect. Okay, you understand that. So we have date of admission, there we go. And then we also have skip one row and come to the last one, which is remarks. There we go. So after the remarks, let's just double click on this and then let's use this column. So once I'm done, select this one, then come to paint formats, click on this, then select here, click on this, then select this one, click on this, select this one, click on this, select this one, click on, select this one. Perfect. I think this is okay. Now we need to give it some nice borders. Okay, so let's select this one here. Let's come for these borders here. Probably let's click on this. Let's choose the color for the borders. I think white color wouldn't be bad. And then we choose this border now. So we have some nice white border around it. So let's select it again. We forgot to do that initially. You should have done that before using the paint format to get it for the rest. Okay, but it's still the same story. So we select and give the others exact same formatting. So let's adjust this column. Perfect. Now this is going to be our field where the data is going to be captured here. Let's just move your mouse and make sure you change this to this and expand this a bit. There we go. So here, make sure this is selected. Then let's come here. Let's pick the background color from here. Let's choose white color, and then let's give it white border as well. So let's click on this. It's already white is already chosen. Then you click on this, so you can see that we have some nice white, even though you can't see it, but it's there. select it, let's choose our fonts that we want to use. We can go for Banana. So once we are done, we can click on bold to bold our text we're going to be entering here. So once we are done, we can equally increase the size. So once we are okay with that, what we need to do is to select this one, then go for the format printer, and then select this, give this, select this, give this, and there we go. We are just done populating our form like that. So the next thing we need to do is to have this to be taking name. Here is going to be grade, and grade is like class. Maybe we don't have class 1, so we need a drop down list. So to do that, make sure this is selected, then you go to data, then you come to data validation. So here you click on add rule. Okay, you click on add rule, so you have these options here. So let's say we have male. Okay, so grade, let's say you can say grade 1, say grade 2. You can add more, grade 3 here, grade 4. You can add as many as you wish. If you like, you can give them some unique colors. This one will go for this color, this go for this color, and then here we go like that. You can give them the colors. So once you are done, you click on that. So if you click on this, see that we have the colors to choose for each grade. Let's come for the gender. Select, click inside, then we go for data, we go for data validation, and then here we click on add rule. From the drop down here, click on this drop down here and go for is valid date. So once you add, sorry, this, let's undo this action. There we go. So let's go for inputs. Okay, let's go for the drop down here. Then the values we're going to be using here is going to be male and female. Okay, so let's go for male. Sorry about that. So the criteria here, we're going to use male just as we did for. Let me just undo this so that you get what I'm doing clear. Okay, let me close this one. So let's come back and select the gender again. Let's go to data, then we come to data validation, then we go to add rule. So here we go for male, and then here we go for female. Like I said, you can give them unique colors. This one for male and this one is for female. So once you then click on done, and we have male and female. So now we have this to the date of admission. So this is date. We need a calendar here, so we use data validation. So select this field, then you go to data, and quickly you go for data validation. Click on add rule from here, then you click on this drop down arrow and choose is valid date. So here, if you double click inside here, you have this nice calendar to choose your date from. The remarks, we leave it as it is. There we go. So we are done. The next thing we need is where we are going to be capturing the details of our users, those who are going to be sending records as well. Okay, so select this column here. This is E3. Make sure you go for that column and just type here sender. The one who's going to be submitting the data. Okay, whatever you would want to give or name you would want to give, you can choose to leave it as well. It doesn't really matter. So what I'm going to do is to select here and go for the format printer and select. Sorry, let me just undo. Select this format printer and select this one. So we have the sender. So this is where the senders are going to be. So here, what I'm going to do is to select this format printer and select here. There we go. So now we need to actually create another drop down list here with the name of the senders that we think we are going to be sharing this form with, for them to also submit their data. We need to know them, right? So what I'm going to do is to make sure this is selected. Then I'll go to data, then I come to data validation, then criteria here. Let's go for drop down here. So with this, they have this. So now let me say the first person is here, let's say Yao, and then another one, let's say Kuma, maybe Rashid, and then the next person is King. There we go. So you can equally choose to assign colors to them if you wish. However, if you don't like it, click on done, and then sorry, it's not done well done. So sorry, let's cancel this. Let's make sure this is well selected again. Let's go to data, and we come to data validation, then we go for add rule. So here we have this. Let's see, we have this is King, and this person is Rash, and then the third one, Rash, and then the third one is Tech. Let me just assume these are the names. Once I'm done, I'll click on that. So now if you click here, you have the name. So if the person is done submitting the record, then you click to submit your name. If you fail to do this, you'll be asked to do that. Okay, so that we'll be able to trace who is actually submitting this record. It's very, very important. So basically we are done with that. Now let's create our buttons. So to create our buttons, it's very simple. Let's go for the format. Okay, so let's go for insert, then we come to drawing. After insert, click on drawing. So from here we get our items. There we go. So you click on these shapes and hover this, then you go for this shape. Just draw your beautiful shape here, and then just select inside and just type save. Okay, and then save record. So after that, just select it, click on this drop down here to get your formatting toolbar. Here you would want to bold this, and you would want to probably increase the size a bit. Now if you want to change the background color of your button, you just select the background color of your choice. So once you are okay with everything, probably you can choose to decrease the size a bit. So once you are okay, click on save, and then you have your button here. So just select it, and let's move it here. There we go. Let me try decreasing it a bit. Perfect. So let's go for the second button. Here we can't make copies of this, so let's go for the second button. Let's go to insert, we come to drawing, we go for the shapes, then we hover, we get this shape here. Let's draw this one. Very cute. Let's let them all go for the same color. Let's give it the same color. Then here should search, then you would want to select it. Perfect. Then click on this dot here to get a toolbar. You want to bold it and then increase the font size a bit. Once you are okay with that, click on save and close. So we have this one as well here. So what we need to do is, let's try reducing the size of this one a bit. This is okay. So as you are reducing the size of this one, you see that it will try to be matching with this one to get them equal. So you see that when it gets to the size of this one, you see that it's okay. Perfect. So you can just, let me just undo this action here. Something wrong happened. Perfect. So let me select this one and just move. Let me select it this way and move it up to this one. There we go. We have the set. There we go. So we need another button. We need at least 3 buttons in addition. Just click insert. Then we go for drawing. Click on drawing and get a shape. There we go. This one. After this, I will just speed up to get the rest for you. Okay, so that you try to get the rest for yourself. Let me just go for this color here. There we go. So this one is going to be update. Okay, just click on update. This type update rather. So let's click on this to get this. Bold it, increase the font size, save and close. There we go. It's here. So we can move it to the top here. So what we need to do is to try to adjust it, that when it gets to the size of this one, you see all of them are of equal size now, and everything is okay. Update. Now we are left with just 2 buttons. So we go to insert and drawing, and then we go for shapes, this, and quickly draw our nice beautiful shape here. This is for delete. You can give it a color of your choice. This, then just type set delete. There we go. Then you would want to select this and then bold it and increase the font size a bit, then save close. There we go. We have our button here, and drag it and bring it here. Perfect. Now let's move it a bit here. Let's adjust it to fit. Perfect. All of them are okay. So let's bring it down a bit using the arrow keys. Perfect. There we go. Now the last button, that is for clearing the fields. Okay, so let's go for insert again, drawing, shapes. We grab this shape here, then let's just type the name clear. There we go. Select this, give it a nice background color. You want to bold it by clicking on this. You bold this, increase the font size a bit, save close. There we go. We have this. So let's drag it and place it here. Now let's make sure everything is equal. So let's adjust the size. There we go. I think all of them is now okay. So now we have our buttons. So select the first one, press and hold Control on the keyboard as you select the rest. So now use the arrow keys to move them very well so that it fits in there. Perfect. We have all our buttons. You can just Control S to save. So here we can name this sheet as what? Maybe data entry form. Okay, now we need another sheet to create our database table. Okay, so what we need to do is just to click on this plus sign here. Then we have this sheet. So double click on it and just name it data here. So here we can change the name. Okay, the name is there, we can still maintain this. Okay, so perfect. So what we need to do is quickly, let's grab the first column here. So the first column is going to be roll number. So we just type roll number, and then here we have name, here we have grade, and then here we have gender. Column E, we have date of admission. There we go. And then F, we have remarks. Now another thing is column G here. We would want to capture the name of the sender. So we say entered by, or just say sender. And then the final column H, we would want to capture the date on which this record is sent. Okay, so date of entry. Perfect. And then ChatGPT is going to take care of the code for us, so you don't have to worry. So let's adjust the columns wall to fit. Let's expand this. This is going to be a name. Let's expand it a bit, and this is okay. Admission, let's expand it. Date. Remarks, let's expand it, probably it may be longer, and this is okay. Sender is going to be a name, and then date is also okay. So now let's select this one here. Let's give it a very dark background color like this, and then the font color here should be yellow. Then we would want to bold it, and then we want to center it. So to center it, use this one here to center it, and there we go. I think this is looking good. So always make sure to save your work. So now what we're going to do is just select these fields here, and then let's give it all borders. Okay, so that, sorry, let's undo our action. Undo. So let's come here and select this one. Let's see this. Yeah, all borders. It should give us all borders, but it's not giving. Okay, you've chosen white color. I think that is why. Okay, so we need to choose a different color. Let's come here, choose black color. Let's give it all borders, so you have something like this. Perfect. There we go. Now our database is ready, our form is ready. The next line of action is let's give it to ChatGPT to take care of the rest for us. Okay, so to do that, let me switch to my next account here. These are the prompts we are going to be using. So you make sure you have an account with ChatGPT. If you don't have, you can just go to openai.com. You create your account. By this, I should have ChatGPT account. You can see OpenAI. Mine is already opened. There we go. So now let's go to the prompt here. The first prompt, I said what? Need Google Sheet script. That is the app script. Okay. I have the roll number in cell D5. What I'm saying is that I'm describing the nature of my form. That is what we need to know. How to communicate. That is what we call prompt engineer. How to communicate to ChatGPT for you to understand what you want, so that to give you the best results of your choice. Okay. I have the roll number here in cell D5. I have the name in cell D7. I have the gender in D9. I have this in D8. Grade in D9. Gender in D11. Date of admission in D13, and then remarks in D15, and I have the sender's name in what? This cell is what? Let me see. Let me confirm this. This is what? F3. Okay. So I want to tell ChatGPT, describe everything here for ChatGPT to understand, so that it will know how to generate the code snippet for me. Okay. So that's what I'm saying here. As I have a roll number in D5, name in D7, grade on D9, gender on D11, date of admission on D13. And remarks on D15, just as I showed you. The input sheet, I'm just telling ChatGPT the names of my sheet. The input sheet is the form. Then the data sheet is what? The database. Take note of that. So I'm telling ChatGPT all these things. All is on the input sheet. So I have the same columns on another sheet named data sheet, just as I showed you with the headers. The first row is the headers. I want a function that will enter this input into the text available now. Into the next available row. When I click the button, I will assign the function to a button before sending the input. Ensure all the mentioned cells have data. When the input has been entered, show a pop-up or show a pop that says new data entered. Additionally, the input sheet has one more cell, that is the F3, where the sender's name is going to be. Where I have mentioned the operator name, that is the sender's name. This operator name should be entered after the remarks column on the data sheet. After the operator's name, there is one more column for the data for the date of entry. When the date is what being entered, the date of entry column should be recorded the present date. Okay, make sure to check for the roll number, or to make sure to check for the roll number does not exist on the data sheet. The roll number is already on the data sheet. It will show roll number exists. Okay, and it should bring all the data, roll number, name, gender, date of admission, remarks to the input fields directly. So what I'm telling ChatGPT is that I'm describing the nature of my form, and then I'm telling ChatGPT that I also have the same columns here, and then the first row is holding the headers. I need to make ChatGPT aware of this. Okay, and I've just told ChatGPT all the fields, and then there are ranges, the name of the various ranges. Okay, and I'm telling it to write a function that will submit data from this form and bring it to this data, this date sheet. And I'm giving it some instructions that, suppose you are going to submit a data and you click on save, and there is one of the field is not filled here, you should be prompted that all the fields should be what? Complete. I mean, you should fill in all the fields here. Nothing should be empty. So once you are done, I'm telling ChatGPT that it should do what? Give you an information that new record or new data entered. That is for you to save the record. And I've also given an information that I also have another range here, that is the F3, which holds the name of the sender. And I would want that name to be submitted immediately after the remarks. This is the remarks, and then this one. And also, finally, I'm giving it another instruction that I would want the date the sender has submitted the record to be recorded after the sender's column. That is the column H. So date of entry is also going to be here. So basically, that is the prompt I'm giving to ChatGPT. So what I'm going to do, let's go to the prompt. So we're going to copy this prompt here up to this level. Control C to copy this. Let's come to ChatGPT here. Click here, then we paste it. And let's hit enter. There we go. Our prompt is ready, and then our codes or the function is also ready for us. So what we are going to do is to click on copy, so that we copy this. Now ChatGPT is going to give you all the instructions you need to make sure this is working. So I've just copied it by clicking on this button. This is copied from here. Perfect. So what I'm going to do is to go back to my sheets here. So we come to extensions, then we go to app script. So here we have this codes here. Just clear this function here, then Control V to paste what you just copied. After that, make sure you click on save. Okay, there we go. So once it is saved, so what I'm going to do is I would want to rename this project as what? Let me call it, there we go. Then I'll click on rename. Fine. Perfect. So now my script is ready. Since you don't need any experience in coding to do this, there's no need I even explain all these things to you, because that is to another level. So now what I'm going to do is to copy this one. Let's copy the name of the function. This is the name of the function. We copy it. Perfect. Now let's come back here. Let's come back to our sheet. Let's go to the input sheet. So this is for the save button. So click on the save button, click on this dot here, and click on assign. So paste the name of the function we copied, meaning the name is what? On edit. Then click on OK. So now what we are going to do is to enter some details here. 001, then the name, let's say John Doe. Okay, sorry. Then gender, grade, let's say grade 1. Since our script is giving us some things that are not what we want, so don't worry, we are going to debug it. Okay, so just dismiss this error for now. Let's see what is going to happen. This is male, and then here, let's select this one here, and what I'm going to do is let's go for date. Then we go for data validation. I think I got this wrongly here. So what I'm going to do is to add a new rule. Choose here, then choose is valid date for here. So perfect. So now we should have our date back here. Since there was an error when I was trying to work on this one, it came here. Now all this prompt showing up, don't worry, we're going to fix it. It's a bug. Okay, this is not supposed to be happening. Now let's go to remarks and say maybe admitted. Okay, there we go. So now let's come here and choose the name of the sender. This is not what we want. Okay, so now don't worry, I'm going to show you how we're going to be interacting with ChatGPT to get everything working. So now let's go ahead and click on save to see something. Okay, so let's click on save. Now we need to maybe accept this permission. So click on OK. This is normal. Then you choose your email address here. Then you go to advanced. Then you go to untitled or unsafe project. Don't worry, this is normal. Then you go to allow. Perfect. Now the permission is accepted, meaning we can run this script. So click on save now. Roll number already exists. Okay, that is what we are getting here. Now let's go to our data sheet and see something. Okay, it means the data has already been submitted. Meanwhile, we are not even done entering our record. This is what we are going to do. We need to talk to ChatGPT that what we have here is not what we are expecting. So let's select this, click on delete on the keyboard to clear everything. Now let's go back to ChatGPT. So now let's just say give this prompt. So we say what the code or the function is supposed to be for saving record. What I'm telling ChatGPT is that the function given to us is not what we expect, but rather it's supposed to be saving records for us. Okay, so let's submit this and see something. Perfect. Our code is ready. Forget about these instructions. Let's quickly copy this one now. Let's copy this. Let's go to our system here. Let's close this one. Let's come back here. Let's select here, clear everything here, and paste the new one and save. There we go. So now let's come back to our forms here. Let's select this here. Sorry. After selecting, let's press delete on the keyboard to get everything here deleted. There we go. Deleted. There we go. So now let's come back to the script and copy the name of the function, that is save record. Make sure when selecting it, select it all to get everything selected. There we go. So now let's come back here. Make sure we save this one. It's well saved. Let's come back here now. Let's go to our input. Let's click on this. Sorry. Let's press and hold control on the keyboard to select this and go here. Let's go to edit. Sorry. Let's close this one. Not edit. Press and hold control, select it, click on this one. Let's go to assign script. So let's replace this one with the new one we just generated. Then click on OK. So now let's clear all these things here. Okay, now we have the data already entered. Now let's see here, we don't have anything now. So now let's click on save and see something. New record entered. So now let's confirm the record is now entered. Exactly what we want. This is exactly what we want. So now let's try. See that now the code is working. Initially the code it generated was wrong, so I just prompted it that record or that function is supposed to be submitting data. However, it was misbehaving, and ChatGPT realized what I was talking about and it generated the right code for us. That is how you interact with ChatGPT. Okay, so now let's go for the next one. Let's say, so once we are done with submitting this record tech, so we are good to go. Let's click on save. New record entered or new data entered. You come here, you have the record entered. Exactly what we want. Now our function is now working for the saving of record. Let's bold this one and then let's center this perfectly. I think this is okay. There we go. So let's save our work. So now we have our function for saving record working perfectly. Now let's move on to the next script or next prompt. So let's come here and copy this prompt, the second one, where I say I need 3 more scripts. When there is no roll number in cell D5 on the input sheet, search. Okay, or when there is some roll number in cell D5 on the input sheet, a search button will search for the number on the data sheet. It will display all the other columns data from the data sheet to the input sheet accordingly. If the roll number is not found, you should say roll number not found. If the roll number column is empty, you should say enter a roll number. Basically, what I'm telling ChatGPT is that I would want to use search record. However, this is where I'm going to be entering the roll number of the student. If I enter the roll number here and click on search, you should be able to return the details from the sheet here back to the form. However, if that number is not exist, it's not in the database, you should tell us accordingly. That is what I'm telling ChatGPT. So let's copy that prompt and give it to ChatGPT to do it for us. Okay, that's the second prompt. So let's start from here, copy it up to here. There we go. Copy this. Perfect. So now let's come back here and submit it. There we go. Perfect. Now our snippets are ready. Now ChatGPT is very brilliant and it has given us more than what we expect. The first one is for the search. Let's see that. The next one is for to clear the input, okay, the fields. Then the next one here is for deleting of records. Okay, simple as that. So now we are going to use them as well. So let's copy this one here for the search, and let's come back here. Let's go to script, scroll down here. After the last one, make sure this is the close curly bracket for the first function. Make sure you come outside it and paste this one here, and this one is for the search. You can see the search start from a search record. So let's copy the name of the function. Let's copy the name of the function. Control C to copy this, and then let's come back here, select this, then click on this dot, click on assign, paste it here, and click on OK. Now it has generated another one for delete and clear. Since I would want to clear this field, let me go for this one for now. Let's go for the clear. This is it. So we select this one, copy this function to clear input fields. Okay, to clear all the input fields on each of the sheets. That is the input sheet. Perfect. That's the form. That's what we want. So let's go back. Let's come back here. Select this one. Okay, now to do that, let's come back to app script. Outside the curly braces here, paste this one. Save your work. Let's copy the name of the function. That is clear input fields. Control C to copy this. Then let's come back here. Select this, assign. Then we paste it here and click on OK. There we go. So now let's execute this one so that we begin searching. So clear this one. So all the fields are now cleared. That is what we want. So now let's set for record using the search. So now let's enter the roll number 1001. Click search. Perfect. All the record is set. So let's clear again. Let's clear. It's cleared. Perfect. So let's search for 002 here, and then let's search. There we go. Record is found. There we go. Let's clear again. Let's try searching for 003 and see what's going to happen. Let's search. This is what roll number not found. Perfect. That is what we want. Let's go for the delete. But before we go for the delete, we are left with the update function. So it's going to be a very simple prompt we're going to give ChatGPT. Okay, ChatGPT is already aware. It has predicted what we want, and that is what CRUD operation, where we can design a form with a database to save record, search for record, update record, delete record, clear record. So the only thing we need to do is to describe the scenario or the nature of our form in our database, and ChatGPT will take care of the rest, and that is exactly what it has done. Simple as that. So now let's move on to ChatGPT again and tell it that we need the last function. Now it's very simple. Let's say we also need the function for editing, so for updating records. Perfect. Simple instruction. Perfect. Our function is also ready for search for updating record. You can see function update. So let's click on copy to copy this. Let's come back here. Let's go to app script. Scroll down after the last closing calibrations. You paste this one here and save your work. Now let's copy the function, update record function. Let's copy it. This is fully copied. Now let's come back here and let's come to select this one, select here, assign, and paste it here. Boom. There we go. Click on OK. Now let's go for the delete. We haven't done that. Let's go for the delete. Let me see. Have I pasted it here? Not yet. It's not yet pasted. So let's go to our ChatGPT again for the delete function. This is for the delete. Okay, so let's copy this one as well. Let's come back here and then let's come here. Delete. Select this one. Sorry. Let's come here. Delete. There we go. Paste this one here. So select and copy the name of this. Immediately after this, make sure to save it, else it wouldn't run because it's not recognized. Select here, assign, and paste it here, and click on OK. So now we have all our functions ready. So what we need to do, let me just assume I'm adding another record 1003 since it doesn't exist. So let me say this is John Cena. There we go. Grade is 2, gender is a male, date of admission this, and then admitted. Okay, or let's say not admitted. John Cena is not a student. Not admitted. It's too strong for us. Okay, so there we go. So we want to, who is submitting this data? Not me. Let's say King is the one. So the same person. There we go. new record added. So let's confirm that, and then we have John Cena in our database, even though it's not admitted. There we go. Now let's come back to do our CRUD operation. Let's clear the fields. So let's search for 003 now. 1003 search. John Cena is now in our database. There we go. We have John Cena. Let's assume it's now admitted. So let's edit this and say is admitted. So it's now admitted. So let's update it. Click on update. Let's see what's going to happen. There we go. Record updated. So now if we should check, John Cena is now admitted. So you can see that now. Let's delete John Cena. Even though it's admitted, let's delete him. So let's click on delete. Let's delete. We are deleting John Cena. Record deleted. So now let's go to our database. See, John Cena is gone. So basically you can see that our form is functioning fully without any problems, without any stress. So now that you are done as a developer, you are done designing your form, the next thing you're going to do is to share the link for others to also submit records within the same database. You need this form to be able to submit records inside this database. So how do we do that? Let's come back here. Let's click on share here. Click on share. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use one of my email address and share it. This is one of my email address. I'm going to use another one here. Let's say this one. Let me go for this one here. And then I'll say this is the script. This, okay, let me say please fill this for me. Okay, let me see that. Fill this for me. Perfect. So I think this is okay. We leave this one as it is. If you want the person to just be a viewer without editing, then you do that. But since we want the person to submit it has to be edited. So once you are done, once you are okay, click on send. It will send to this email. Okay, there we go. Another option is if you have them on a WhatsApp group and you want to just share the link with them, you can do that. It's easy. All you need to do is to click on share. Then you just go ahead and copy the link. However, you have to make sure the link is not restricted. You can see for now it's restricted. So to do that, click on this drop down here, choose anyone with the link, and then click on copy the link. Done. Then you share that link with them. So this is the link. Let me go for another account of mine here. See something here. So let me go for this link. Let me paste the link here and see what's going to happen. So you see, when they open this link, this is what they will see, and they'll be able to submit. So I am the sender. I have sent them this. Okay. So there is one good or beautiful feature about this. It's in such a way that you can even chat within the system. Okay. How do we do that? It's very simple. So this person can equally submit data. Okay, it's very simple, and I'll be showing you how to do that. However, I'm not going to submit using this one. So let's look at something. I am the developer here, so you can see this person here, the one I just sent to. Okay, anonymous leopard. That is the person I just shared this with, and another person too. Okay, now this person I can just send a message. Before I do that, let me quickly go to my email. Okay. Email where I sent the first link to. Okay, let me go for this. I wanted to do that from the other computer, but I want you to see something here. So this is the same email. I also have the same things on other computer, the next laptop with me here. So what I'm going to do is to go to Gmail. You can see that so what data entry is shared with you. So this is it. So I'll just click on this. I've received the email, and then I'm accessing the link to get the form to start my data entry. So I know that this person is the one who sent this to me. Okay, and I am the one here. Okay, perfect. So this is my account. You can see it's up. Perfect. So now let me go as a user to give them an information. Okay, so what I'm going to do is to come here. You can see show chat. Click on this. Then I'll tell them hi. I'll just say hi. Then I'll send this message. Now if I should check from my side, you see the one I just submitted, I'll just join the chat and I'll say what? Hello, hi. The original owner of the system, the administrator, sent a message. I'll respond, hi admin. Hi admin. Then I also click on this, press enter to send. So if I should go back to the admin, so you can see that the person has responded. So I'll tell them as an admin, this is me, this is the admin here, the owner of the this is where we created the form from. So I'll say please fill this form, fill this form for me. There we go. Then submit. So if I should come back to the next email address, I already have this page. I'll say thank you. So no, how, even if as many as you are, you can all go ahead and chat here. Thank you. So I'm done. So you can see that this account is different and this one is also different. This is the original account from which I created this form and then shared it with this particular account. Okay, so now let's say this one here. Let me close this chat here now. This is the original account, and then let me go for the data here so you can see everything is here. So now let me access this, the one that I just shared with. Let me also submit my data. So I'll just say 1005, then Mr. Isa, there we go, grade 4, gender male, date of admission is remarks admitted. Then who is submitting? Then I'll say Rash. Once I'm done, I'll just click on save. Now for the first time, this person also have to what? Accept, that is authorization, authorized to be able to submit, because this is the first time. So I'll just click on OK. So that person has all other users that are going to be submitting data will have to pass through this. It's normal. You will have to grant this permission for you to be able to run the script on you, because you trust the script. So that is why you are allowing all this permission. Okay, so you go ahead and allow the permission. There you go. So now once I click on save, so that record should be submitted. New record entered. So now as the original user, this is the one I shared with. He has just done submitting record. So if I should check as the original user, you see that the person has already submitted data. That is Rash. So it is as simple as that. This is how we design this amazing system and how we can share it to our users for them to also submit their records or whatever details they would want to submit using ChatGPT. I'll be leaving the link to the template, or the script, or the prompt in the video description below. Just click on the link and you have access to everything. If you like the video, don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, press the bell icon so that you can get notified anytime we upload new video tutorial. In my next lesson, I'll be giving you another similar kind of data entry form. However, they are not going to be accessing the database. Okay, they are going to be using only the form. We are going to be using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript to design our form and then link it to this sheet as our database. So they cannot see this. They can only use their form. With that one, they can even use their mobile devices to submit data. If you like that, let me know in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching and see you in the next video. Bye.